Have you ever wondered why certain patterns, symbols, or moments in life seem to speak directly to you? Why you notice things that others seem to overlook? Why a sequence of numbers, a random coincidence, or a fleeting moment feels so deliberate, almost as if the universe itself is sending you a message? If you've experienced this, you're not imagining it. You are what we call a chosen one, and one of the most powerful signs of being chosen is your heightened awareness of synchronicities. You notice them more than others because they are meant for you. They are divine signposts guiding you along a sacred path, and today we're going to uncover why they appear, what they mean, and the 7 powerful signs that prove you're being guided by forces greater than yourself. Let's start with this profound truth. Synchronicities are not random. They are not mere coincidences. They are proof of a conversation happening between you and the universe. Most people live their lives disconnected from this dialogue, too distracted by the noise of the world to notice the subtle ways God or the divine speaks. But you are different. You've always had this sense that there's more to life than meets the eye. Maybe it started with small things, like seeing repeated numbers on the clock 11:11, 3:33, or hearing a song at exactly the right moment, as if it were written just for you. Or maybe it's something bigger, like meeting the right person at the perfect time, as if fate itself orchestrated it. These moments aren't random. They are keys, unlocking your awareness of a reality much deeper than the one most people perceive. But here's the thing. Noticing synchronicities isn't just about being lucky or special. It's about alignment. You notice these signs because your soul is waking up to its purpose. Synchronicities are like breadcrumbs placed along your path to remind you that you are not walking alone. Every time you see one, it's as if the universe is whispering, "You're on the right track. Keep going." But why you? Why do these signs appear to you and not to others? It's because you are chosen. You are someone who has been called to live a life of higher awareness, deeper purpose, and greater impact. The signs are there because you were meant to notice them, to follow them, and to use them as tools for your spiritual growth.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The first powerful sign that you're noticing synchronicities more than others is your ability to see patterns in chaos. Where others see randomness, you see meaning. For example, you might notice that every time you're thinking about a specific decision, the same symbol or message appears: a feather on the ground, a certain number, or even a specific phrase someone says to you. This isn't just your mind playing tricks on you. It's the universe giving you confirmation, nudging you in the direction of your destiny. But here's the challenge: are you willing to trust it? Are you willing to let go of logic and follow that intuitive pull, even when it doesn't make sense? Because that's what being a chosen one requires. It requires faith that these signs are not random, but intentional. Faith that they are guiding you towards something greater, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The second sign is an undeniable connection to nature and the elements. Have you ever felt like the wind was speaking to you? Or that a bird, a tree, or even the stars were trying to tell you something? This isn't your imagination. Nature is one of the most ancient and powerful ways the divine communicates. When you notice synchronicities in the natural world, like seeing the same animal repeatedly or feeling a shift in the energy around you, It's a sign that you are deeply connected to the Earth's spiritual rhythms. But most people don't notice these things because they're disconnected from nature. They've forgotten how to listen. You, on the other hand, have a sensitivity that allows you to hear the whispers of the wind, to feel the vibrations of the earth, and to recognize the divine messages hidden in the natural world. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you truly listened to nature? Not just heard it, but listened. Because if you take the time to tune in, you'll realize that the synchronicities you experience in nature are not just signs, they are invitations to deepen your connection to the divine. Another powerful sign is the way synchronicities tend to appear when you're on the verge of a major decision or transformation. Have you ever noticed how, just when you're feeling lost or uncertain, a sign appears to guide you? Maybe it's a conversation you overhear, a book that falls off a shelf, or a dream that feels too vivid to ignore. These moments are not random, they are divine interventions placed in your path to remind you that you are being supported. But here's the deeper question: how often do you act on these signs? Because noticing them is only the first step. The real power of synchronicities lies in your willingness to follow them, even when they lead you into the unknown. This is the hallmark of a chosen one. You don't just see the signs, you trust them. You let them guide you, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. The fourth sign is a heightened sense of time. Have you ever felt like certain moments are frozen, as if time itself has paused to let you absorb something important? Or maybe you've experienced the opposite, time speeding up or slowing down in a way that feels almost supernatural. This is because synchronicities often exist outside the boundaries of linear time. They are moments when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds becomes thin, allowing you to glimpse the eternal. When you notice these shifts in time, it's a reminder that you are connected to something far greater than yourself. But let me ask you this: how often do you pause to reflect on these moments? Because if you rush past them, you might miss the profound wisdom they carry. These are only the beginnings of the 7 signs, but they already point to something undeniable. You are being guided. The synchronicities you notice are not accidents. They are deliberate, intentional, and deeply personal. They are proof that you are walking a path that few others have the courage to take. But here's the ultimate question: will you trust this guidance? Will you lean into the mystery, even when it challenges your understanding of reality? Because being a chosen one is not about having all the answers, it's about being willing to ask the right questions, to follow the signs, and to trust that even in the moments of uncertainty, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Synchronicities are the language of the universe, a divine method of communication designed to bypass logic and speak directly to your soul. But here's the thing: while these signs are meant for you, they are not always easy to understand. They require you to listen, to be present, and to trust a form of guidance that cannot always be explained. The reason you notice synchronicities more than others is because you're attuned to this language. You've been chosen to receive these messages, not just for your own growth, but so you can help others see what they cannot. But in order to fully decode these signs, you need to understand how they work, why they appear, and how to respond to them. The fifth powerful sign that you notice synchronicities more than others is your ability to feel when something is more than coincidence. Think about this for a moment. How often have you experienced a random event, only to realize later that it carried a deeper meaning. Maybe you ran into an old friend at the exact moment you needed advice, or a book came into your hands that answered a question you hadn't even spoken aloud. These moments carry an energy, a kind of spiritual resonance that you can feel in your body. It's almost like the universe is tapping you on the shoulder, saying, "Pay attention. This is important." But most people miss these moments because they dismiss them as chance. You, however, have an inner knowing, a sense that these events are not random, but deliberate. This is your intuition speaking, and it's one of the greatest tools you have for decoding the messages meant for you. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you trusted your intuition completely? How would your life change if you listened to it more often? The sixth sign is that synchronicities often appear in response to your thoughts or prayers. Have you ever noticed how, when you're deeply focused on something, whether it's a question, a goal, or even a worry, the universe seems to respond? You might see repeated symbols, hear a specific phrase, or encounter someone who provides the exact guidance you need. This is not a coincidence. It's a reflection of the energetic alignment between your inner world and the external universe. You see, the universe is like a mirror. It reflects back to you the energy you put out. When you're in a state of clarity, intention, or deep emotion, you amplify your connection to this mirror, and synchronicities appear more frequently. But here's the challenge. Are you willing to take responsibility for the energy you're putting out? Because if your thoughts are scattered, fearful, or unfocused, the signs you receive may be just as unclear. The universe is always speaking to you, but the question is, are you speaking clearly to it? The seventh and final sign is the way synchronicities seem to accelerate as you grow spiritually. Have you noticed that the more aligned you are with your purpose, the more frequent and powerful these signs become? It's as if the universe starts to speak louder, guiding you with greater precision and clarity. This is because synchronicities are not just random occurrences, they are a feedback loop, a way for the divine to show you that you're on the right path. When you're living in alignment with your soul's purpose, the flow of synchronicities becomes almost magical. Everything starts to feel connected, as if you're being carried by a current of divine energy. But with this acceleration comes a deeper responsibility. You can no longer ignore the signs or dismiss them as chance. You are being called to act, to trust, and to step fully into your role as a chosen one. So, let me ask you, are you ready to embrace the guidance you've been given? Are you willing to follow these signs, even when they lead you into the unknown? Now that we've explored the 7 signs, it's time to go deeper into why these synchronicities matter. They are not just messages, they are invitations. Every synchronicity you experience is a call to action, a nudge from the universe to align yourself more fully with your purpose. For example, if you keep seeing the same number sequence, it's not just a random occurrence, it's a signal. Numbers carry vibrational frequencies, and repeated sequences like 111, 222, or 777 are messages encoded with specific meanings. But here's the key. The meaning isn't always universal. While there are general interpretations, the true meaning of a synchronicity is deeply personal. It depends on where you are in your journey, what you're focusing on, and what the universe is trying to teach you. This is why it's so important to reflect on the signs you receive. What were you thinking or feeling when the sign appeared? What question were you holding in your heart? The answers are there, but you have to be willing to look for them. Another important aspect of synchronicities is their ability to strengthen your faith. Let's be honest, the spiritual path is not always easy. There are moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty when you feel disconnected from your purpose or the divine. But synchronicities are like breadcrumbs, reminding you that you are never truly alone. Every time you experience one, it's as if the universe is saying, "I see you. I'm with you. Keep going." But here's the deeper question. Do you allow these signs to strengthen your faith, or do you dismiss them as coincidence? Because the more you trust the signs, the more they will appear. Faith is like a muscle, it grows stronger the more you use it. And synchronicities are a way for the universe to exercise your faith, to remind you that even in the darkest moments, you are being guided. Finally, synchronicities are a tool for transformation. They are not just passive signs to observe, they are catalysts for change. When you notice a synchronicity, it's an opportunity to shift your perspective, make a decision, or take a leap of faith. For example, if you've been hesitating to pursue a dream and suddenly keep seeing signs that point you in that direction, it's not just a coincidence, it's a call to action. But here's the challenge. Will you answer the call? Because noticing the signs is only the first step. The real power of synchronicities lies in your willingness to act on them, to trust that they are guiding you towards something greater. And this is what sets the chosen ones apart. You don't just see the signs, you follow them. You let them shape your journey, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. So I'll leave you with this question. What synchronicities have you been noticing lately? And how are they calling you to grow, to change, or to step into your purpose? Are you paying attention, or are you dismissing the signs that are meant to guide you? The universe is speaking to you, but the choice to listen and act is yours. Trust the signs. Embrace the path, how synchronicities lead you to your divine purpose. Now that you've begun to recognize the synchronicities in your life, you may be wondering, what comes next? How do I move from noticing the signs to fully embracing the path they are guiding me toward? This is where the journey truly begins. Synchronicities are not just passive moments of wonder, they are active invitations to step into your divine purpose. They are the universe's way of saying, you are ready for the next chapter. You are ready to become the person you were always meant to be. But here's the thing about purpose. It's not something you find, it's something you grow into, one step, one choice, one leap of faith at a time. And the synchronicities you notice are the breadcrumbs leading you toward that higher version of yourself. One of the first steps to embracing your path is learning to trust the signs completely. This isn't always easy, especially when the signs lead you towards something unfamiliar or uncomfortable. Let's be honest, trusting the unknown can feel terrifying. You might find yourself questioning whether the signs are real or whether you're just imagining them. But let me ask you this. What do you gain by doubting? What would happen if, instead of second-guessing the signs, you chose to trust them fully? Trust requires courage, and courage is the foundation of every spiritual journey. When you trust the signs, you're not just trusting the universe, you're trusting yourself. You're trusting that the part of you that notices these synchronicities, the part that feels their significance, is connected to something far greater than your logical mind can comprehend. To trust the signs is to take action on them, even when you don't have all the answers. For example, let's say you've been seeing repeated numbers, like 111 or 555, and they seem to appear every time you think about a specific goal or dream. These numbers are not just reminders, they're calls to move forward. But here's the challenge: will you take that step, even if you don't know where it will lead? Most people wait for a perfect plan or a guarantee of success before they act. But the truth is, synchronicities don't work that way. They don't give you the whole map, they give you the next step. And that's all you need. When you act on the signs, you're showing the universe that you're ready, that you're willing to meet it halfway. And when you take that first step, another sign will appear, then another, guiding you forward one step at a time. This is how your path unfolds, not through certainty, but through trust. Another key to embracing your path is understanding that synchronicities often lead you through discomfort before they lead you to clarity. Think about it. How many times have you experienced growth without some level of discomfort? The signs you notice might guide you to leave a toxic relationship, to pursue a dream that terrifies you, or to confront a truth you've been avoiding. These moments are not easy, but they are necessary. Synchronicities are not here to make your life comfortable, they're here to make your life meaningful. They push you out of your comfort zone because that's where transformation happens. But here's the deeper question: can you see discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a sign of failure? Can you trust that even when the path feels difficult, the signs are guiding you towards something better? Because they always are. As you continue to follow the signs, you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. The more aligned you become with your purpose, the more the universe seems to conspire in your favor. Doors that were once closed will begin to open. Opportunities will appear seemingly out of nowhere. People who share your vision or support your journey will come into your life at exactly the right time. This is not luck, it's alignment. When you're living in alignment with your purpose, the flow of life becomes almost effortless. But here's the catch: alignment requires authenticity. You cannot step into your purpose while pretending to be someone you're not. The synchronicities you notice are guiding you back to your true self, the version of you that is unafraid to shine, to lead, and to live boldly. So, let me ask you, are you being honest with yourself about who you are and what you want? Or are you still hiding behind fear, doubt, or the expectations of others? Because the path to your purpose starts with the courage to be yourself. Finally, embracing your path means letting go of control. This might be the hardest part of all. As humans, we crave certainty. We want to know how things will unfold, when they will happen, and what the outcome will be. But synchronicities don't work on human timelines. They don't follow the logic of the mind. They follow the rhythm of the soul. To fully embrace your path, you must surrender to this rhythm. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means trusting that the universe has a plan, even if you can't see it yet. It means releasing your need to control every detail and allowing the signs to guide you one step at a time. And here's the beautiful part: when you let go of control, you create space for miracles. You open yourself to possibilities that your mind could never have imagined. But the question is, are you willing to let go? Are you willing to trust that the universe knows what it's doing, even when you don't? So here's where we arrive. The synchronicities you notice are not just signs, They are invitations. They are calling you to trust, to act, to grow, and to surrender. They are guiding you toward a life of purpose, alignment, and authenticity. But the choice to follow them is yours. Will you take the leap? Will you trust the signs even when they lead you into the unknown? Because the truth is, the universe is always speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? And more importantly, will you act on what you hear? Remember this, you are not alone. Every synchronicity you experience is a reminder that you are seen, supported, and guided by forces greater than yourself. You are a chosen one, and the signs you notice are proof that you are walking a path that few others have the courage to take. So I'll leave you with this final question. What would your life look like if you trusted the signs completely? What could you create, discover, or become if you let go of fear and embrace the path that has been laid out for you? The answers are waiting. All you have to do is follow the signs. The signs are waiting. Will you step into your destiny? Now that you understand the power of synchronicities and how they guide you toward your divine purpose, the final step is to decide. Will you step into the destiny these signs are pointing you toward, or will you let fear hold you back? Because the truth is, synchronicities are not just gentle reminders, they are divine invitations to live a life that is bigger, bolder, and more authentic than you could imagine. They are the universe's way of saying, you are ready, even if you don't feel ready. But the choice to answer this call is always yours. Let's take a moment to reflect on what it truly means to be chosen. Being a chosen one doesn't mean your life will be easy or free of challenges. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You are chosen because you are strong enough to carry the weight of a higher calling. You are chosen because you have the courage to walk a path that few others are willing to take. And yes, this path will require you to face your fears, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to step into the unknown. But here's the deeper truth. The very challenges you face are the ones that will prepare you for your purpose. The signs you notice are not just guiding you, they are shaping you, transforming you into the person you need to become to fulfill your destiny. Think about the synchronicities that have appeared in your life recently. Maybe you've been seeing repeated numbers, meeting the right people at the right time, or encountering symbols that feel too meaningful to ignore. These signs are not random. They are a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of your alignment with the divine. But here's the thing, noticing the signs is only the beginning. What matters most is how you respond to them. Will you dismiss them as coincidences, or will you take them as evidence that you are being guided? Will you let them inspire you to take action, or will you let doubt hold you back? The universe has already done its part by sending you these signs. Now, it's your turn to act. One of the most powerful ways to embrace your path is to start asking yourself the right questions. When you notice a synchronicity, don't just marvel at it, engage with it. Ask yourself, what is this sign trying to tell me? What message is the universe trying to send? For example, if you keep seeing the number 111, it might be a sign that you are in a powerful phase of manifestation, that your thoughts are aligning with your reality. If you encounter a specific animal repeatedly, it could be a spirit guide offering you wisdom or protection. The key is to approach these signs with curiosity and openness. Instead of trying to force an explanation, allow the meaning to reveal itself to you. Trust that the answers will come when you are ready to receive them. Another important step is to create space for synchronicities to appear. In our modern world, it's easy to become so busy and distracted that we miss the signs altogether. But synchronicities require presence. They require you to slow down, to pay attention, and to be fully present in the moment. When was the last time you truly paused and allowed yourself to just be? When was the last time you silenced the noise of the outside world and listened to the whispers of your soul? The more present you are, the more you will notice the divine guidance that is all around you. So let me ask you, how can you create more space in your life to tune into the signs? As you continue to follow the signs, you'll begin to notice a profound shift within yourself. You'll start to feel more connected to the flow of life, more in tune with your intuition, and more aligned with your purpose. This is the magic of synchronicities. They don't just guide you, they transform you. Each sign you follow is like a step on a staircase, lifting you higher and higher toward your destiny. And as you ascend, you'll begin to see the bigger picture. You'll realize that every challenge, every moment of doubt, and every synchronicity was leading you here, to this moment, to this version of yourself. But here's the ultimate question. Are you ready to step into this higher version of yourself? Are you ready to claim the life you were always meant to live? The path of the chosen ones is not for everyone. It requires faith, courage, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. But it is also a path of immense beauty, purpose, and fulfillment. When you follow the signs, you are not just living for yourself, you are becoming a light for others. Your journey inspires those around you to awaken to their own potential, to notice the signs in their own lives, and to step into their own purpose. This is the ripple effect of living as a chosen one. Your courage to trust the signs creates a wave of transformation that extends far beyond yourself. And so I'll leave you with this final question. If you could fully trust the signs, if you could live your life knowing that every step is guided by a higher power, and what would you do differently? What dreams would you pursue? What fears would you release? What kind of person would you become? The signs are waiting. The universe is waiting. All you have to do is say yes. Say yes to the guidance, yes to the journey, and yes to the incredible destiny that is waiting for you. You are a chosen one, and the world needs your light. Will you answer the call?